Thinking, I reach around to my back pocket and I pull out my phone. With one thumb, I type in my password, the screen clears, and there it is. His name is staring back at me, blinding me from behind the screen's light. You see, he's only texting me for one of three reasons.
Yeah.
One, he just had to tell me how in love with me he is, and that he made a huge mistake, and that he just wants to be with me forever. Number two, he's still trying to decipher those drunken text messages I sent him last weekend. Don't judge me, you've all done it. Or reason number three, well, he just wants a good bang. Now, what if it's reason number I want that anymore. I do love him, but he f***ed up. He royally f***ed up. He chose her over me, and now I can't trust him. And what if we do end up together? For how long will I be a nervous and suspicious wreck? Who are you texting? Who are you talking to? You didn't answer your phone last night. Are you going anywhere tonight? Are you mad at me? Why are you ignoring me? This would be our life. Now, reason number 2, I don't have much to say about that other than it was a really long night, and frankly, I don't even remember what I told her. Now, reason number 3, the good sex. That used to be something I could get behind. I mean, I can still remember how the strong arms felt wrapped around my body, and I can still feel his soft lips against my neck, and I can still feel his breath getting faster and faster, but now I remember how it felt when he would immediately roll out of bed, pull his pants on like he had somewhere important to be, toss me my t-shirt, and leave me with the realization that we are still over. If history is any indication, I will curse myself as I text him back. He will get whatever it is he wanted, and I will be left alone, clutching on to wishful thinking. I take a deep breath in preparation for the next text message that will inevitably break my heart. Press a little green envelope. Hey, period. Hey, period? Hey, period. Well, what the hell am I supposed to say to that?
Hey Thảo, lại đây. Take a look. I am finished. You see, special design. I make the back leg go back farther. So if you lean back, you cannot fall. Watch. Eh? Now that is a good design. Come, you try. You're lost? Sure. You can help me with the painting. So, what you want to talk about, huh? No. Shut up. Con nói con có bồ gái một lần nữa, con sẽ giết con á. What am I supposed to say to the family now? Huh? What will our family think when they look at us now? Do you think about that? You don't think. You stupid. You only think of yourself. Why I come here? Huh? I come here to raise the selfish daughter? No. Get up! Get up! Tôi không muốn thấy mặt mày một lần nữa. You can help me with the painting. So, what you want to talk about?
I got to
We wait 1 year, we go to P flat meeting. After me, and I concerned. I say, my daughter not come out. What do I do? She not come out. And they say, just wait for her time. Mommy cannot wait. Mommy buy the L word, put on top of TV. Wait for you to notice, say something, you never say something. But honestly, I understand. L word not very authentic to me. But actually, I think, mommy maybe have a crush on Shane. What you want to talk about?
There isn't always a story to be told. And in fact, this certainly doesn't come close to having an ending. But I still want you to think. The only similarities to my storytelling are that I'm speaking and time passes. I'm the only character, obviously, since this is my universe. Which is why you stuck out to me. Among the mass of other chance encounters, you caught me by surprise. Music played, planets aligned, God may have been there as well. And then you left. But now that I saw you again, I had to say hello. Hey, I'm Gabe. Remember me? We met last week. Well, maybe it was more like a month ago. We were in line at the supermarket. I said you were beautiful. I asked to have dinner. Oh, remember the cashier? He had funny teeth and he talked like this. I think his name was, something. I guess I've forgotten. It's not like we'll see him again. Or maybe we will, God knows. Hey, you should come by later. Not that I believe in God. I don't see the point. The only time I interact with him is when I've done something slightly stupid, like sleep through an alarm or stub my toe. And what all-knowing being would like to stick around listening to 6 billion people exclaiming his name all day? 6 billion is way too many people. Oh, hey. Good to see you again. Oh, that's my guitar. But I can't play it. Well, I could play it, but I won't. I did write a song today, but I've forgotten it. It was a lot like the others I'd written before. Some fade, some remain. I never know which ones are going to linger and which one will die. Sorry, sometimes I wander. And sometimes I wonder if art is always floating above us and only materializes once we choose to interact with it. And like a mirror, it reflects ourselves. I wonder if God ever spends his time watching celestial bodies floating in deep in space that may move randomly but with intent. Sometimes two bodies would pass each other as a matter of insignificance. And other times two lonely planets might pass each other and briefly share an orbit. And although they might separate, the effect they've had on each other lingers. And when they separated, the thought that they were once close seemed absurd. Sorry, I spaced. Planets and everything's a damn metaphor. Hey, so we're getting to know each other. Can I ask you something? Why are you here? Sure, I know that I met you and asked you here, and now we know each other because that's what happens when you meet someone, but why did we meet? Did God bring us here? If so, and if that was deliberate, we better follow his lead because he's usually not playing around. And where does he get his power from anyway? From the fabric of the universe, or is he simply the universe himself? Neither give me confidence that he exists in the traditional sense. Am I not spiritual? I suppose music is my guiding spirit. It keeps me traveling in orbit. It gives me faith. I trust it, but that it doesn't explain all the terrible and uninspired music that can be written. Music is a perfect mirror. I still don't want to play the guitar, just not now. And what if there were no God? And instead the only reason we met was because 13 billion years ago the Big Bang occurred and the universe has been angling us toward each other since then. After the explosion and all the pressure was released, natural laws were established and everything's been governed by that. You remind me of what I think it must feel like to be flying past Saturn. Cold, lonely, beautiful, and wonderful. I think I love you. Did I just say that? I know love is just spending time with someone, and now I've been drawn into your black hole. Now there's pressure. The elements are going out of control. Where are we going? Why is the music getting worse? The universe has been the same for billions of years, and now it's all crashing beside me. Planets colliding, elements whirling, my heart goes too fast. My hands, mirrors everywhere, time, art, planets, thought, density, meaning, love, fear, uncertainty, pressure, loneliness, tension, unknown, insignificance. Stop! Calm. Bang! Significance, clarity, choice. Realigned in our universe combined. Harmony. I am all powerful here. Love. Simply love.
Always laughing, happy, stuck up, bitch, mean, naive, innocent, power, and control. It's living in my stomach. It moves up to my throat. It spreads tingling down my arms and up into my cheeks. The bottom of my feet tingle and move. I am full of excitement that turns to joy. I can feel it changing inside me. I'm giddy, happy to be in my own body. To feel such shifts, such sensations. I want to follow it. I just want to feel. I want to live in the moment, to feel. I want to experience all of my body, of my soul. To feel. Everything comes back to the same feelings. I want to give a piece of myself to everyone. To give myself. I will allow people to know who I am. I will not judge my feelings. I will feel. I will be selfish and selfless all at once. I will open. I will trust. I will feel. Broken. Constrained. Masked. Happy, trying, wise, alive.
Maybe it was the summer that you were 9, and you forgot to close the gate, and your 2-year-old brother fell in the swimming pool and drowned. Nobody blamed you. You were just a kid. But at your brother's funeral, you looked into your mother's eyes and you knew the truth. You hate weekends because your father's home. he starts drinking. And at first it's all funny and jokey because the booze makes him laugh. But at night you fall asleep to the sound of your father's curses and your mother's screams as she is raped by her own husband. Or maybe you're small for your age. And a little weird. And the other kids act like a flock of chickens, and they peck and peck and peck at you relentlessly. So you stop going to school at all. Or your husband is on his third tour in Afghanistan, and he sent you an email saying that everything is great, and you learn later that he was already dead for 12 hours when you received it. And you can't stand the pain. You just want to die. Every day you wake up and you just want to die. But you can't kill yourself because you'd ruin your kids' lives, or your parents would not survive it, or your little brother would have no one to protect him from the bullies at school, or because your dad blew his brains out in the living room with the family watching. You can't choose that route. He even ruined that for you. So you go on, a living zombie of guilt and pain and rage, putting one foot in front of the other. Like a condemned man walking to his own execution. But maybe your 6th grade teacher notices that you make the best origami bird faster than everyone else. And she asks you to show the class. And suddenly you have a friend and a zoo of origami animals. And you can't wait to get to school each day to show your latest origami species. Or you write a poem about your dead husband, because that's all you think about anyway. And you send it to a veterans magazine, and you win $50. And you sit down and write another one. Or the drama teacher who has seen you dressed in black, haunting the corridors of your high school, has lunch with the guidance counselor who gossips about the fact that you lost your family in the fire, that the firemen weren't able to extinguish in time while you were out of the store buying a bag of Cheetos. And she takes pity on you, and she puts you in her play. And your first line is, "Dinner is served." But eventually, you play Iago so well that your counselor says, "Have you considered a career in the theater?" No. Becoming an artist will not solve all your problems, make you rich, or turn you into a psychic. But it is a place where you can go when all the other doors have slammed shut. A place where you will always be welcome. A place where you can rebuild your ruined soul and find peace.
I make night, you make day. Okay, fine, but I'm making the planet. The whole thing? No way. Every solid thing shall be my dominion, every star in the firmament, blah, blah, blah. 2 seconds ago, know I birthed those stars, and you're already saying they're yours, you megalomaniac. All of the planets shall be mine. I get the water, and I shall rule for eternity. Fine, whatever. And the beast shall heed my call. Excellent, I'll cover most of the planet in it. You're planning to knit? I'll allow that. I never should have gone to that bar. Hey, I thought you looked great. Of course I looked great. And you did too after 13 glasses of whiskey. Well, we'll have to create creatures who can brew. I'll create the wheat fields. Just a moment. You're covering my gleaming sphere with wheat? I don't like it. Your sphere. Your day. Okay. All right. You can have your day. See, I'm very generous. The beer had better be good. You'll never have it so good. Who's going to brew it? I'll make him. Him. Of course, him. Why him? The planet is mine. He should look like me. It's not just yours, it's mine too. Just because you tricked me at the bar doesn't mean you get a say in my planet. I tricked you. You bought the whiskey. Glad to hear you admit it. You tricked me. If I had known what an eternity with you was going to look like, I never would have gotten you drunk. And you're such a prize. Glad to hear you admit it. You want men to look like you, huh? Of course. Fine. Premature baldness. What? You want men to look like you. You're worried about me covering your gleaming sphere with wheat? No hair for them. Premature baldness. That is ridiculous. Bustiers. What? I'm inventing bustiers. Your boobs. It's your fault. What? My boobs hang low. It's your fault. What? Gravity? I like gravity. Wait a second. Your man will have boobs? That's not what I said. That's rich. You said he's going to look like you, so your man will have boobs. He's going to get older and have man boobs. It's perfect. That's not what I said. You're twisting my words. I hate when you twist my words. Whiner. Fine. I'll make some that look like you, and you can see how you feel about it. I would love that. You would? I would. Okay.
What does it mean, live honestly? I tell people I'm transsexual, and they always say, oh, you had me completely fooled. I want to scream inside. I don't fool anybody. This is me. Okay, a biggest part of being transsexual is always feeling like you're telling a lie. For years I struggled with people seeing me as a man, when I know I am woman. I try to be genuine, to be me, but there's always part that feels like I'm helping a lie. Like facial hair. Facial hair was the worst. Don't shave, And you help Eli having a beard, shave the face. And you help Eli doing what men do. You don't shave the face. What does this mean, live honestly? You would think transition to woman would help. Now, I don't lie to anyone no more. Now I'm free to be completely me. Like a butterfly coming out of cocoon. Oh, so sweet. But no, emphasis changes all. Now, people see me as woman. Makes me feel like I'm supposed to be. But, unless I say them otherwise, helps the lie that I grew up as girl. Helps the lie that I have period. People think I bore my sons. I don't bore my sons. Boring. Would be last word they use. I tell a joke. So only way is to be out. You must tell people. Otherwise it's lie. But when to tell, you don't tell person, I'm Reina. And by the way, I wasn't born a woman. Or, I'm Reina, but once was Rudolph. No. So you wait for right moment. But that means not telling right away. And that is helping a lie. What does this mean? Live honestly. Then when you are out, is new lie. Yes, suddenly, the you they knew, real me, they don't see her no more. They feel that they're seeing man. Real me is woman, not transsexual. Oh, not man, no. Oh, tell a person you're transsexual right away, they turn you into a man. But most, it is pathetic man, confused man, damaged man. No. I tell them they don't see me no more. It's like lie shifts to them. But it's still my lie, because I told it to them. But now I ask, really, am I lie if I don't tell person I teach at university? Am I lie if I don't tell person I'm a mathematician? Did I have 2 children? That I have a partner? That she's woman? Do I tell my whole of so to people so that I do not tell lie? What does it mean? Live honestly.
So Ed, how come you don't have a girlfriend? No, wait. I know. You're huh? Girls like crap, huh? Yeah, girls don't like that. About 3 years ago, I was in a serious relationship with a girl, and she was pretty crazy. Crazy is an understatement. You know what, let's just say she was misunderstood. She was definitely hard to understand. Men don't understand this at all. Yeah, there was many ups and downs, but mostly spins. It was one of those situations where you go into a pool, and you wander into the deep end, and then you remember you don't know how to swim. Even though you got floaties on, your friends are all around, you know it's going to be difficult getting out. So I tried ending it. I wasn't happy, but I knew that it was going to be hard in the end. And when I tried to end it, it was going to get ugly. God, I hate being right. Well, you're always wrong, so it doesn't even matter. So, the best she knew was me. I was the best life that she knew because her home life wasn't too good. And I always felt a bit guilty about that. You know, so I was always trying to be good to her. But she depended on me entirely too much. And it was financially, emotionally, and not to mention the jealousy. It's not jealousy, men just can't be trusted. And you are a man, aren't you? One time, at work, I was taking the order of a pretty girl, have you? And she kicks me. And she says it was a twitch, and she didn't mean to do it. Talk about being bad with signs, right? Granted, this is before we were dating, so I guess I don't know how to pick them. There were too many arguments. I could probably write an entire Twilight Saga from all the arguments that we had. I won't because Twilight sucks.
Twilight?
One argument in particular, she wasn't winning because she wanted to stay together. And well, I didn't because she was crazy. And so she did what every normal human being would do in that case when they were losing an argument. She jumped out of the car. She probably had a good reason for jumping out of the car. You probably pushed her, matter of fact. Never seen a lot of people jump out of cars. And I don't know, I don't think it's normal, so I figured I'd check if she was okay. But as soon as I thought about that, she started running. And so I parked the car, and I guess she was like running on adrenaline because she went for like a good 10 minutes, just running. When I finally caught her, she was like, "Why'd you make me jump out of the car?" It's your fault that I jumped out of the car because you told me you wanted to break up with me. And if it wasn't for you, my ass wouldn't hurt right now. Women are always right. You're right. What? I don't know. You're right. It's my fault. I'm so inconsiderate and selfish. I should have told you that if you jump out of the car, your ass is gonna hurt. You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet, right? Well, my motto now is, you gotta bust a few cheeks to end a relationship. My happiness is more important. Right? Yeah.
Anyone here seen The Cosby Show? Yeah! So I'm an 80s baby, which means that I watch The Cosby Show religiously, right? It was a ritual every day. I would watch the show. And The Cosby Show was so transformative to the media, but specifically for black media, because it presented new images of black America, right? So you had Cliff, the father, who was a doctor, and you had Claire, the wife, who was a lawyer, and they lived in this fabulous house, and they did things that most working class black families wanted to do, like eat every night, and their lights were always on, and none of the kids ever got their ass whooped. We just wanted to live like the Huxtables, you know? And Claire was so beautiful. She was business savvy, she was smart, she could cuss her kids out without cuss words and build them up all in the same sentence. And I wanted that. But as I've come into my womanhood, I've decided, you know what? I am extremely upset with Claire Huxtable. You know, I've never seen her wake up with crust in her eyes, her hair standing on the top of her head, flapping like chicken wings, her breath ablaze and dragging. And she seems to have the perfect recipe for everything. Family, pound cake with cream butter, Cliff's favorite hoagie, being a wife, a fashionista. Now I, on the other hand, I can burn water attempting to boil eggs. See, I've never learned to make my biscuits taste like love. Besides, there's just not enough time after working 2 jobs to pay back student loans. And I'm too tired to make up my bed and wash dishes when I get home. But I have a clock inside of me. Its alarms beating viciously, more nagging than 6 a.m. roosters. It reminds me I've yet to get married. and bear children. I'm 30. Claire had 5 kids. Now, by the use of highly advanced trigonometry, I've come to the conclusion that during the peak of the Cosby Show, she had to be roughly 45 years old, and somehow she managed to earn a law degree, managed to go to work, cook dinner, keep the house clean, send Sandra, Denise, and Theo's badass off to college. I just graduated from college, just joined the ranks of all the single ladies who've yet to meet their Jay-Z, Cliff, Phil, Paul, or Rock. We are open, not much invested in the color of his collar or the accumulations of his dollars, although we are asking about his credit score. Tell us your secret recipe. The spice you use to keep the sparkle in Cliff's eye. The rotation of your whisk to mold your children into shape just right. See, Claire, you are our fairy tale. We didn't believe in Cinderella after you. What we believed was in the version of womanhood that you displayed. But now we find ourselves caught in a daze. Claire, tell us your ways. Or at least tell us the truth. That all of this, it was just a show. And in the end, when the credits ran, you weren't perfect anymore. And you would wake up with just a little bit of crust in your eyes, your hair standing on the top of your head, flapping while your breath so blazing. Cliff would have to turn his head. You would say, "Good morning."
You're open on 13. I'm open, but only in 30-second increments. 30-second increments, that's all you have, 30 seconds or less. You have to be fast. Every cashier in the green. No time for chatting, no time for browsing, no time for gossiping, no time for dilly-dallying. You have to be fast. Scan the items. Window cleaner, baby onesie, tampons, Milky Way Midnight, Drano, duct tape. Bag the items into reusable shopping bags. Make sure to separate the Drano from the Milky Ways. Mustn't mix our poisons. Waxing poetic again. 42.6 seconds. You're dragging down our average. No time for chatting, no time for browsing, no time for gossiping, no time for dilly-dallying, no time for anything except the script. The script. Hello. How are you? I'm fine, thanks. That'll be 5273. Oh, would you like to apply for our tiny special exotic credit card today? Thank you. Have a good day. Script. Stealing my time. Hello. How are you today? Fine. Yeah, that'll be 2273. Would you like to apply for a tiny piece of plastic that will save you 10% of your soul? 38.6 seconds. Unacceptable. I'm back to counting the seconds. How many 30 seconds left until closing? Closing. I'm closing tonight. The floor is a mess. The pigs, the filthy pigs, routing and rummaging the rubbish, manhandling the merchandise, stealing the staples, grabbing the groceries, throwing the products, the pigs, the filthy pigs! People. The customers. The guests. The script. Hello.
Have a good day. Hello. Fine. Thank you. Have a good day. Hello. Fine. Thanks. Good. Hello. Fine. Thanks. Good. Hello. Fine. Thanks. Good. Hello. I'm open. Open. Oh my God. I'm cracked wide
I'm open on 13.
He's sleeping in his bed, where the two of you often, if not usually, sleep together. The sheets are dingy and a tangled mess. I love him. I love him. It's okay. It's okay. You push the smell of unwashed skin and sweat residue into the box where you keep the last 400 times you suppressed that same gag reflex. And you begin the journey to the bed, to the space between his body and the wall. And you begin the 3-minute process of untangling the sheets from the Gordian knot, which will inevitably be there again by the morning, tangled up by his sneaky snake limbs. I love him. I love him. I'm his girlfriend, and girlfriends love their boyfriends. Remember that time he bought you yoga pants? You love those pants. You push the feeling of frustration and can't he at least help me? He knew I was coming over, and worthlessness into the box where you keep the last 400 times this has happened. With your side of the bed in some semblance of an order, you begin to feel his snake arms trying to find you from their tangled sheet nest, and you quickly swallow the shudder of disgust. And you try to remember a time when the strength of his arms did not feel like a vice, threatening. Remember a time that it felt safe and comforting